Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting. Appreciate you being here at the channel today. And before we get started, if you've not yet done so, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Also, check out the links below, for a variety of opportunities for you to grow and develop your business immediately. Now, our topic today is 6 tips that will help ensure that your gym is a success. 6 tips that will help ensure that your gym is a success. So if you're a new club starting out, listen carefully. Make sure we implement this because, one of the great advantages that I have in helping new gym owners first get started is, watching the ones that struggle and the ones where we go in and we have to get them fixed. What are some of the missteps, that they have made that we can avoid as a new gym startup? And so if you're an existing gym owner, let's take a look at some of these. If you're brand new, let's also, take a look at some of these. So 6 tips to help ensure that your gym is a success. Number 1, have a written plan. Okay, and in many cases, at least I hope that you've written a business plan and you understand that business plan. But even with that said, at least have a written plan of action on how you want to run your business, how you want this to go. There's so many benefits to it, but one of the benefits is when you have that written plan of action, it does give you a sense of control over the outcomes. And I can add this, is that, many clubs that we go into that are struggling and we're kind of in that turnaround mode, one of the common denominators is that they don't have a written plan of action. Essentially what they're doing is they're going to wing it. Okay, and when you wing it, you kind of do become a victim of circumstance a little bit. And what we want to do, we want to be out in front of this, okay, making decisions on how we're going to move our business forward. So get yourself a written plan of action. Number 2, we'll kind of go the other direction. Don't marry that plan of action. Okay, that plan of action is not written in stone. It's not etched in stone. It's in pencil. You can erase it. And so one of the things that I always like to see in a plan of action is a section of roadblocks and setbacks. And so when we're doing this plan of action, here's how we're thinking this thing through. What are some potential roadblocks and setbacks? Owners that are the best at this, typically they're great at plan B. And so let's think about this in advance, roadblocks and setbacks, depending on where you're located, depending on the time of year. I mean, you might be rolling right along and you get a snowstorm blows in and you lose a week of business. Or you may have a hurricane blow in, you lose a week of business. You might lose a key employee. You might have a new competitor come in. There's a lot of things that can happen in here, and we want to think these things through from a roadblock and setback standpoint. So when it does happen, we can pivot immediately. We just don't throw our hands up and say, "Oh, I guess we weren't going to hit it." Okay, so you have a plan, but the plan's written in pencil. It's not written in stone. And the other thing I guess I would add there too is that whatever goals you set, and hopefully they're high goals or high expectations, never lower that goal. What you're looking to do is raise the action level. Okay. Number 3, keep your ego in check and listen to others, and go get help. Go get help. Okay, check out our YouTube channel here. A lot of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of how-to videos here. We've got a free link below for a free 45-minute strategy session. And there's other folks in the industry as well. But go out and get help. Don't think you have all the answers. No one expects you to have all the answers. You want to surround yourself with folks that are better than you at kind of what you're asking them to do. So listen to others, check it out. I know I've said it before when I was an owner. I made a point. I was calling other owners up, trying to find out what they were doing. I was flying in. I was spending a day with them, a week with them, trying to understand, hey, this one thing, what's this one thing that I can learn that I can take back and make my business better? So in the end, be a really good student at this. Student of fitness, student of the industry, student of sales, a student of marketing, a student of promotion, a student of personal training. Really be that student and constantly be learning. Next on our list is you want to keep track of everything. Know your numbers and manage by these numbers. I talked to so many clubs that, what was your guest traffic like yesterday? Well, I don't know. What was your closing percentage? Well, I don't know. How many phone inquiries have you received this month? Well, I don't know. And it's not really difficult to keep track of this, but know that it's important. Know your numbers. Manage by these numbers. You're going to want to manage your business based on these objectives. I want 100 sales. I want to add $5,000 to my dues line. I want to bring in 10,000 cash. Whatever those numbers are, manage based on these objectives, but you have to know your numbers. Next on our list is, don't be afraid to delegate to your staff. Delegate to them. Okay, as they're ready, start them off slow, work them through it, but delegate to your staff and avoid, trying to micromanage these folks. Nobody wants to be micromanaged. Okay, delegate to them, certainly follow up. Okay, don't micromanage. But the more you can delegate to staff, the more you're going to develop staff, but also the more it's going to free you up, to do things that are higher up on this to-do list and things that you need to get accomplished. And then finally on our list, reinvent your business. And this is something you should always be doing, is that your business has to change. It has to evolve. And in a very simple sense, what we would tell folks is that you want to keep your business as new and as fresh today as the day that it first opened. And that can mean an awful lot of things, but in most cases, we're kind of reinventing this because, things change. Think back 2 years ago and 2 years prior to that and 2 years prior to that of how things have changed and how we're doing things differently. Make sure we're reinventing this. And some of this is going to go back into, you being and choosing to be a student, of the business. Again, the more you can do that, the more you can move your business forward. So if you can look at these things, these are some things that can really ensure, that your business is going to be a success. Take a look at them. Which ones apply to you? Which ones can you go to work on immediately? All right. So, folks, hey, I appreciate you being here today. Again, my name is Jim Thomas. My company is Fitness Management Consulting. You can learn more in the links below. Hope you all have a great day.